Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. My name is Brando Linick, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you guys some tips and pointers I have when it comes to The Secret. I don't know if you've seen the movie The Secret. Probably more than likely you have, just because the title of this video is how to use the secret in your life, the secret, the law of attraction in your life to, make more money, to have more abundance, to have more prosperity. So I'm going to share with you some insight because, guys, it was like a year and a half ago when I was actually able to walk away from corporate America, working 40 to 50 hours a week, and build a full-time income business on the internet. Now, prior to that point, prior to me actually doing that, I was struggling. I was struggling in online business for about 2.5 years. I was struggling to pay my credit card bills, my minimum payment. It was just ridiculous how much and how little it was, but I just wasn't able to afford it. I mean, I was making enough money to cover it, but where you have enough money for all your bills, but you want to be able to, spend some money and go to a restaurant and just treat yourself a little bit. Yeah, that's where I was at, and it really put my credit card payments behind about 8 months, which got debt collectors calling me twice a day, morning and afternoon. All right, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't fun. I was behind on my bills, my goals, my dreams, and my aspirations. What ended up happening was I was able to, after 2.5 years struggling with internet-based business, trying to find a way and means to be able to create prosperity and abundance in my life, be my own boss, do what I want to do when I want to do it, I ended up, coming across this movie, The Secret. And funny enough, it was my brother, and I heard it through the grapevine as well, who, some people shared it with me, and I kind of brushed it off at first. I thought it was rah-rah. I didn't really believe in it. I thought it was nonsensical, and I came across it again. And what ended up happening was the second time when I came across it, I actually watched the full movie, and I watched it again after that point. And then the second time, I had to watch it again. I watched it 3 times. Now, the reason why I watched it 3 times was because the way I was thinking, I realized it was wrong. I realized what I was doing was creating my reality, that my best thinking was creating my best results in my life today. And I want to get that message to you too. Your best thinking has created your best results today. Alright, your best results that you have today is a result of your best thinking, right? Because your best thinking is what's going to carry you on through life. And I realized that my best thinking wound me up just miserable. It wasn't getting me the results that I wanted. And this whole idea of thoughts attracting things, of the universe getting out of the way when you have a crystal clear idea and being able to get things coming to you, I didn't understand it. A lot of people, I think they don't understand it. That's why when it comes to actually applying The Secret in your life, I think a lot of people think that after watching that movie, The Secret, if you just visualize a Ferrari, coming into your driveway, that all of a sudden the next day you're going to have someone from a Ferrari dealership ring your doorbell and give you the keys to, a Ferrari. And that's not the way it works. That's not how it works at all. The best tip I can give you, alright, when it comes to actually applying it, is first being crystal clear. What I did after I saw that movie 3 times, I began to get crystal clear on my intentions and why I wanted to build a business online. First, I hated working for other people. I dreaded it. I didn't want to work for other people. I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't my passion. It wasn't my hobby. It wouldn't matter if I was working as a baker in a restaurant, which is what I was doing, or I was in a car dealership, or I was a sales rep, or I was, washing dishes. All right, it didn't matter. Or if I was selling retail clothes. I mean, if I was working for someone else telling me what to do and how to do it, I did not want that. And I knew online business, I could do it. I could be successful. Success for me was just being able to make enough money to quit that job so I never have to work for another person again. That was my idea, and I got very crystal clear on that. I got very crystal clear. So what did I do? I started to wake up every single morning, and I started to meditate. Every morning when I got up, I would look at myself in the mirror, and I would just kind of meditate on the thought and idea of being able to quit, on sending an email out to my managers and telling them that I'm done, all right? I'm giving them a week to notice, a week and a half to notice. I would visualize myself doing this. And guys, it got to the point where when I was on my breaks, when I was done my shifts, what I would then do after visualizing this every morning, it was every morning when I did this, because when you wake up in the morning, your first thought that most people go through their head is how horrible their day is going to be at work, and therefore what do they get at work? They get a horrible day, and they wonder why their day was horrible. All right, I realized that the way you start off your morning is the way your day is going to run you, okay? And if you start off your morning dreading the way the day's already going to be and it hasn't even gotten, the day's not even complete, then you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're setting yourself up for failure. And unfortunately, this is the way like 98% of the population runs. They set themselves up for failure. So I realized that I needed to think a little bit differently. So I started to meditate and visualize for 10 minutes every single morning on what I would start to do. I started to visualize it. I started to think about it all the time. I started to read it on cards and write it out, what it would feel like, okay? And I started to do this every single day to the point where I could taste it, smell it, touch it, hear it, all right? And I could visualize it like it's already been accomplished. And what ended up happening was when I was on my shifts, when I was done my shifts, when I was on my breaks, I'd be searching up ways on the internet to make more money, to build a business from home successfully, to build a business online and do so without bugging your friends and family. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to talk to my friends and family. I wanted to build a business simultaneously in different states and countries I didn't even speak the language. And through taking that action for it was like 2.5, 3 months, I was able to stumble across an individual. This individual, all right, was building a business and an income online. This individual, all right, was making a lot of money traveling around the world, and because they had time freedom, location freedom, they didn't have to put their little daughter through daycare, able to raise their daughter and be the parents they wanted to be, but also raise her in different countries just because they wanted to, take as many vacations as they wanted to, because they were doing this on the internet, building a business. I was so attracted to that. I just knew that there was something there, and I began to model and copy them. It took me 3 months after that point, give or take about 90 days, to create a full-time income business for myself and my family, working part-time after modeling this person, after finding a mentor. All right, and the best tip I can give you out of this, all right, that you can apply to any aspect of your life, was what I did in the beginning. I started to visualize it, taste it, smell it, touch it, hear it. It didn't happen overnight, all right? It didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen my first week. I had to practice. It takes 21 days to build a habit, and I did that for longer than 21 days. I did it for a couple months, all right, to the point where after searching on the internet when I was off my shifts and breaks, I would be searching when I wasn't working as a baker. I'd be searching for ways and means. I was taking little steps of action, and not everything I found worked, all right? It wasn't easy. It was frustrating. It was painful. But the funny thing is, through that perseverance and conviction and, preservation, all right, I was able to break through brick wall after brick wall to the point where I came across a person who was willing to share with me what they were doing, and I finally had a breakthrough. All right, if you want things bad enough and you can see yourself already doing what it is that you want, then your thoughts can definitely become things, all right? And that is how the law of attraction works. And the universe has a funny way of people who are persistent and, they can see what they want. For those people who are watching this, it has a funny way of getting out of the way for you because you have sheer determination for making it happen, and you believe that you can do it. And it all comes down and stems down to belief. If you believe you can do it, you won't stop, you won't quit, and you will not stop until you get to where you want to be. And that's the attitude that I had. And that's how I was able to find this person, this mentor of mine, who's now a good friend of mine. And I was finally able to build a business online, quit my job, and I haven't worked since September 12th, 2014. So guys, if it worked for me, it can definitely work for you. I hope this inspires you and how you can actually apply the secret to your life. It's not hard. I think a lot of people just confuse it just by sitting in their chair, visualizing, and hopefully things will come to their life. You have to visualize, you have to repeat the process day in and day out, and things are going to be tough, but you need to believe you can succeed, and the belief will kick in about day 21, all right? Or maybe your second week. You'll start to believe through repetition, all right, of what your ideal life can be, but you also need to take action. A lot of people don't take action. You're not going to know the right actions. I didn't know the right actions. I was just searching on the internet, trying out different things, going haywire, trying to get to where I wanted to go, and I eventually finally got there. So I appreciate you, my friend. It's been fun. We've now talked for like 10 minutes, a little bit longer than I thought. So if you want to learn how to build businesses online, if you want to learn how to use the same system I've used to build a business online, to be more abundant and prosperous, to set your family free, to do the things you want to do when you want to do it, if this is something that resonates with you and you want to learn it, connect with me on myself. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be down below. I'll personally connect with you there, and I'll see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.